All right, so the next one here, Ukraine wants to use U.S. missiles on Russian territory. So Ukrainian officials have launched a new push to pressure the U.S. into allowing U.S.-provided missile systems to be used in attacks on Russian territory, which would mark a significant escalation in the proxy war. So there's a delegation of Ukrainian lawmakers who have been in Washington lobbying for the restriction to be lifted in the wake of Russia's Kharkiv offensive, which was launched from Russia's Belgorod Oblast. And according to the New York Times, they're also asking for more intelligence on Russian military positions inside Russian territory. So David Arakhamia, a senior Ukrainian MP and the leader of the ruling Servant of the People's Party, he's leading the delegation, and he had some harsh words for the U.S. for not letting them use missiles on Russian territory. He said, quote, "It's like if somebody were to attack Washington, D.C. from the Virginia state, and you say, we're not going to hit Virginia for some reason. It's crazy. Military people, generals, they don't understand, so they are pushing us as politicians to stop this policy. It is insane," end quote. So I saw, as I've been talking about this, Blinken said kind of a very vague statement on this, but I saw the Pentagon actually said on May 16th, which was this past Thursday, that the U.S. has not changed its position that Ukraine should only use U.S.-provided weapons. How she put it was to take back Ukrainian sovereign territory, so saying that they don't want them using these missiles. You know, they're talking about the HIMARS and the ATACMS because one thing that's important to point out is that they have been using the ATACMS on Crimea, which is Russian territory, obviously, to Russia. But, of course, the U.S. and Ukraine don't recognize it, so it doesn't apply to Crimea. So there's always a risk of escalation with those attacks. But they are saying, you know, the Russian mainland, don't hit them with the missiles. And what we have seen is the neo-Nazi militia, the Russian Volunteer Corps, that attacked Russia, you know, launched these ground raids into Russia, into the Belgorod Oblast from Ukraine. They have been armed with U.S. armored vehicles. So we have seen that, American weapons used in those attacks. But this is more talking about they want to use the missiles to really hit the Russian military positions.